I've done the preliminary exterior inspection. From a distance here, I'm standing about maybe 8 feet away. The vehicle presents well, but as we get closer, I'll start pointing out some of the cosmetic imperfections that I've seen. Moving in a little closer, I'm about 4 feet, going on 3, pretty much on top of the car now. But as we can see here, you can see the headlamp is loose right on the right side. Okay, it's cracking on the seal. Here I noticed the turn signal not fitted properly. See a big gaping hole there. So when I look underneath, I'm gonna check for hidden damage, and we can see where the lens is cracked, and then the bezel here is has a little damage there as well. Front bumper is loose, and you can see where the chrome here is lifting. Okay. Grill here, I can see some screws that they placed, and then some glue or adhesive there, but it's on there tight. None of the grill pieces are cracked from what I can see. Let's see here, paint. It feels decent. I know it's dusty, so can't really comment on how smooth it feels because of the light coating that it has. Let's see here. See, you can see here where this lens looks a little better, and this is where it's really loose. Bright works here needs some attention, and chrome looks halfway decent on this side here. Here, just getting a side view, just checking for dings, dents, anything obvious that stands out. I'll start getting some paint meter readings. Looking at the nose, we got 18.0, and these readings are in the thousandths of an inch. Anytime we get like anything over 19.7, and it'll show on the screen, that's an indication of it may have some body filler. So let's keep on going. We got 9 thousandths of an inch. Okay, so here on the left front fender area, we're getting that 19.7 reading. So chances are there's some filler there. 7.5, 16, 4.5, and 6. So fender here, I think this area here that's possibly has some body filler. So 6 thousandths, 5 thousandths, hood 5.5, 6.5. Let's get the cowl. 7.5. Looking at the windshield wipers, I still need to verify the operation. Looks like it's got the aftermarket blades there. Here again, the bright work is scuffed up somewhat, and then the seal for the windshield is I think it's on the other side, where it looks like it was little chunk was missing. Here you can see on the windshield where there's the lamination as well, and then I got the VIN number there. Okay. Moving on. Here, left front wheel. We get some of the stamping there, Volvo, and then there's some numbers there for you. The tires are pretty old. You can see the cracking here on the sidewall. And here's a quick view of the wheel well. All right, moving on. Mirrors in decent shape there. Okay, wing window, good. Here I always like to check the channel. Sometimes something that's overlooked when they paint the cars. Looks decent. Some roof readings real quick, 9.5, 12. Oh, uh-oh. All right, so for whatever reason, we got some body filler in that area there. Let's move on. Up, and some more. 17, 9.5, 6, 10. Check one more time. 16, 19. Yeah, still getting that high reading. Okay, so we know there's some body filler in this area here. Moving on with the doors, I still need to analyze all the body lines. Okay, we got some blistering right here, some chips. Here, the belt line rubber seals are cracked. Those would need to be replaced, and then you can see where some chipping there has occurred. Okay, moving on, let's get those door readings real quick. 11.5, 11, 12.5, 13. All right, door here closed well, but you can see where it's just bowed out here towards the bottom. Okay, 9.5, 13, 7, 8.5, 11.5, 19.7. Okay, so there's probably some body filler around this area here. Okay, so okay, left rear quarter panel definitely has some body filler from here here. The rest of the readings were pretty good. Check the glass here, decent shape. Okay, same with the bright work. Check for dents. Here you can see some light sand marks. And you can see where just the attention to detail wasn't there on the rail. Same here with the left rear wheel well. Try to get you some readings real quick here for review. Focus around. It might come out a little too dark, but we'll give it a shot. And then here's another view of the rim. Right. I've already, the key does work for the gas filler door. I've already checked that. Looking at the rear, the bright work back here, you can see where a couple little dents, so less than perfect. Another view for the side, and you can see again where that left one came out. You're gonna have to move along here. A rear bumper, you can see where the rubber's damaged here. The lens is bolt missing and it's cracked. Get some readings. 10.5. Rear window. Didn't see any delamination, but we know that the defroster lines are broken up, so the defroster's not going to work back there. Here's another view of the roof. Okay. And let's get some more readings here. And then again, the damage there to the rubber, and then the bright work on the right side here. It's got some dents there too. So let's get some more readings. 9,007 inch, 19.7, 15.5. Okay, so looks like the quarter pound's got some Bondo as well, 9 thousandths, 8.5. As far as the extent of it, that I don't know. The only way we'd figure that out is if we were to strip the paint down, and we don't want to do that. Small little dent here on the roof here. Okay, let's get some more readings. 9.5, 19. Again, some more high readings here. 12.5. And 19.7. So we're still getting that high reading. So I verified it by checking it at least 3 or 4 times already. Bright working in looks decent here. Didn't see any delamination there. Get some door readings. 8.5, 9,007 inch, 9 thousandths, 6.5, 7.5. So the door, we've got some really good readings. Solid, that is. And here on the right fender, I'll try to capture it, but you can see where. You can see the paint prep work issue there, where it's some blistering. Could be contamination, could be rust coming up, but it's there. So it would definitely need to get stripped down again and redone. Let's get some readings real quick here. 7, 5, 9.5, and 6.5, and right rim here. And looking at the tires, we know they're pretty old because you see the sidewall cracking. Here's another view of the windshield. And here's some of the chunks of rubber that I had mentioned earlier. All right, moving on. I've had the engine running for about a minute or two, but I always like to check immediately to see if I see any smoke coming out of the exhaust pipe. As of yet, I don't see any smoke, black, blue, gray smoke coming out. So I'm moving on here. I know when I first started up, it seemed a little rough. But let's take a quick look at the gauges here. Oops, slipped on me there. Let's see here. Oil temp, I'm not getting a reading, of course. Water temp, I'll keep an eye on that. And then here's the oil pressure. Looking like around 35. Okay. Here's the engine bay. I've got to make sure I captured all the numbers and the tags. I got the clear view of that. Firewall looks like it's in good shape there. Wiring, looks quite original. Don't see anything too bad as of yet. The brake fluid was in decent shape. As you can see, there's some corrosion there from my previous stick at one time. Looking at the pulleys, looking pretty straight. There's that aftermarket AC unit. Trying to get the numbers, and I just can't get a good view. We'll see how the steel photos came out. Here's a view from the carburetor. All that is here. Take a look at the checking for blow-by here. Don't see any there. Oil looks like it's in decent condition in there. But on mechanical stuff, they radiator gas. I always like to check for cross-contamination, but it's not too hard. Moving on here. Here we see the corrosion from probably from the battery at one point. There's another view of the firewall, and then again here's the carburetor. Some different views. You might see where it. We'll see how it does when it warms up a little bit here. It seems like as it gets a little warmer, just idling a little better. So, and then here on the front color is for the front support, where it's hanging up a little bit. Red still. And one last view of the and I'm gonna let it run for a while, but I'm probably gonna the video back on for the engine. I tried to do the rev test, and here we go. So top end does get a little noisy, but I don't hear like any deep sounds like something with the crankshaft or anything like that. So one more time. Okay, so I'm back in the cabin now with the door closed. So there's definitely a roughness to it at around 900 RPMs. You can see the gauge just kind of bouncing around a little bit. But yeah, definitely feel a vibration on my seat here. Oil temperature hasn't gone up, so I still need to watch that. Water temp seems to be moving, and the oil pressure, I check it, and so it seems to be working as well. But yeah, definitely feels something rough. So I'll be curious once we go on the road test. Checking the driver controls here. I've verified the operation of the wipers; those do work. Washers didn't see anything come up, but I'm not surprised. They typically on these older cars never work. The fan, I don't hear that engaging. So in the rear defrost, I doubt that works. Horn works. The panel light switch, I don't want to mess with that. It's too flimsy. And I'm trying to check the AC, but as soon as I turn on the AC, you can see where the really gets rough. So the fan is working. It's not blowing cold. It's cool, but definitely doesn't have that bite. And you can see how rough the car starts to feel now. And then I'll turn it off. See a big difference there, so there's definitely something going on there. Shifter is really stiff as well. The clutch engagement a little heavy, but it was a quick release. Still working good, but still haven't driven it. But again, the shifter here almost feels like something's binding, and radio obviously doesn't work. Right, I'm taking the initial road test drive myself here. From what I can see here, the speed odometer is not working. I did hear a howling noise, so we're gonna see if that goes away. We're in the second gear at 3,000 RPMs. Braking is effective. It doesn't pull to the left or to the right, so it does stop straight. Steering, when I remove my hands off the steering wheel, it remains straight as well. Idle is floating around 1,000 RPMs. It feels a little smoother than earlier when it was running rougher, so as it warms up, it's getting a little better. Oil pressure, we're around the 20 pound mark now. Maybe as the oil thins out, still didn't see the oil temperature gauge move, but the water temperature is maintaining a good reading, just below half, if not just above a quarter. Gear up, but I'm going to stay quiet as he goes through the gears. And you can try the overdrive. Stop. Disengaging the overdrive. Okay, I can hear it downshifting.